Hey guys, and welcome back to another video here on my channel. Tiana here, of course. First off, happy 2020, happy new year. I know I'm getting a late start. You know, we're not gonna talk about that. So we're just gonna jump into 2020 with positive vibes. And I hope that you guys had a great New Year's Eve and holidays and everything, and it was filled with love and joy from family. So today's video is going to be a makeup look, this one here, on all of the products that I loved in 2019 and that I just couldn't get enough of. So hopefully you guys would love to see this video, and if you do, then let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with my brows today. I know that I usually don't do brows on camera anymore, and that's mainly because I feel like I haven't really found like a set brow routine yet. I just kind of do them, but I do want, hopefully in 2020 I can film like my actual brow routine for you all, because I know it's like a staple video to have up. They're a little grown out, so I need to get them done. So we're gonna do the whole like concealing and cleaning them up today. So I always use a pencil to do my brows, and this pencil has been my favorite now, not only for 2019. I believe I discovered this pencil in 2018, so it's been my favorite for probably about 2 years now. So then what I would go in and do is take one of my favorite concealers of 2019. This is a CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer, and I've talked about this here on my channel before, but I haven't purchased a lighter shade just yet, so I like to use it to line my brows. This helps clean it up, especially when it's time to get your brows done. But this step for me, like if you're in a rush, like this step takes forever. Like you already have to fill in your brows and make sure they look good, and then you have to go in and clean them up. So it's like, this is not the routine that I would prefer to do on a daily basis. Oh, the power of editing. So this is the finished brow. They're a little bit thicker than I would normally do them, and I find like that's always the case when I need to get my brows done. Like they always turn out a little bit thicker, but today we're rocking a thicker brow, so I just have to live with it, I guess. So one of my favorite foundations of 2019, you probably heard me talk about this in quite a few videos last year. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. And I want to say I went through like 2 bottles of these like very quickly. And it's just because I really loved this foundation. And if sometimes I want it to be even more dewy than this, I'll pair it with like my Lancome or even my NARS Natural Radiant Foundation, and I'll get like the perfect finish that I like for the winter time. But I'm just gonna use this today. So I just like to like pump it onto my face, and then I'll go in with the brush. And you guys already know that I've been a fan of the L'Oreal Infallible line for some time, but one of the drawbacks that it had was the fact that it had that tube. And I found myself like kind of leaving those behind in 2017, 2018, or, you know, whenever more drugstore foundations started coming out with the pump, and I started using more high-end foundation, include a pump. Like I think they just really did a really good job with this foundation. And I would say it was definitely my favorite drugstore foundation of 2019. But if you guys have any drugstore foundations that you just absolutely loved last year, let me know down in the comment section below, because I would love to know, because I know we have all varying opinions, and there were actually a lot. I think 2018 and 2019 were like some top years for drugstore foundations, because I feel like everybody was trying to do the whole 40 shades thing after Rihanna and, you know, some other high-end foundations started doing it. So I think drugstore foundations have really been setting the bar, so, and joining the high-end competition. So yeah, so as you can see, I am done applying it to my face, and it's looking a little like yellow, which I feel like I get that look with all of L'Oreal's Infallible foundations, but I feel like this one's the closest to my skin tone. And because they have so many different shades and colors, I can easily kind of mix and match and get something that's even better matching. But as I've said before, and as you can see right now, you don't really see a whole lot of like dry matteness going on, but at the same time it's not like super dewy or greasy looking either. So I'm gonna go in with the CoverGirl concealer again. This is in the shade Deep Golden, and like I said, I like to use this as a base layer. I just realized that all the products I've talked about so far are all drugstore. I tried out a lot of high-end products this year, but that just goes to show I still love my drugstore product. So I've applied that, and what I'm going to go in on top with, speaking of high-end products, I'm going to go in with the Benefit Bling Cakeless Concealer. I absolutely loved this concealer this year. This was probably one of my favorite high-end concealers that was new to me, because I obviously love the Fenty concealer, and I'll be talking about that in my roundup of products. But I wanted to try to use something different for this video, because, you know, we've all seen the Fenty concealer used a lot at this point, and we know it's a favorite, and it came out in 2018. So I wanted to use something a little bit different this time. So I think I mentioned it kind of in some of my past videos here recently, that I feel like my preferences on finish are changing. Like, it's really crazy. Like, I feel like, I don't know if it's just because of the weather, the season right now, but I don't know what it is, but I feel like I'm liking more of a luminous finish, which is crazy because I am someone who has always wanted matte foundations, matte powder, like completely matte. But I just find that now that obviously I'm getting older, my skin is aging, and I feel like I look better and more youthful with a little bit more of a dewiness to my skin. I don't like show it too much, but because it's like really dirty and I have to clean it. But I also use my favorite sponge of the year, which was the Sonia Kashuk sponge. So I'll be talking about that as well in my upcoming beauty favorites video. So going in with my favorite setting powder of the year, this is the Fenty Beauty Pro Instant Filter Setting Powder, and I'm still using the mini version of this. Like, I thought I was for sure gonna have to get a new one when I went on my vacation, but I'm still using the mini version. Like, it is well worth the money, I feel like, because you get so much in here for, I believe it's almost half the price. So I use the shade Nutmeg, but she has so many different shades, so you can definitely find your correct shade. And I like to do this underneath my eyes, on my nose especially, because that's where I get the oiliest the quickest, on my forehead as well. And then I'll go in with my bronzing or contouring shade. The palette that I love to use this year, you guys already know, this is the Black Radiance True Complexion palette. And I actually tried out the Dark to Deep one because it was new. I believe it came out this year. And it came with an even deeper contour shade. And just get in there. And I don't usually like to contour too much. I would prefer to like bronze more than anything. And I go back in with setting powder, and then I can kind of see that guideline that I need to follow, right? Then I just like to kind of cut it, and that kind of gives me that true like contour, even though I didn't really like contour. I don't usually let this set. You guys know that I'm not big into like baking, so I'll go in with a brush and just really just kind of buff it in. So you guys may already know, but I loved the Jackie Aina palettes for 2019. So that was my favorite palette. I'm going to just do something really simple. I'm just going to kind of speed through this, but like, I loved pretty much all the shades in this palette. So they're all on my 2019 favorites. Okay, so I went ahead and finished up my eyes and applied some lashes. I'm going in with two of my favorite mascaras this year, the Milani Highly Rated Mascara and the Monsieur Big Lancome Mascara. This one I like to use on my lower lash line. I feel like it just grips the lower lashes perfectly. It for the eyes. So now I'm going to go on to lips. So for lips this year, I started trying out some different stuff, and one of them I cannot find, but I really love it, and it's the NYX Lingerie Gloss. But I'm gonna go in with one of my favorite liquid lips. This is the L'Oreal lip color in I Stand. I don't know the name of the like collection, but I'll have it linked down in the description box below. But this is like a very nice liquid lip. It's like very like creamy and kind of like slippery in a way, and I feel like it feels like a gloss and a liquid lip at the same time. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a really nice cooling sensation that it has on the lips, and it's not too drying. Sometimes I'll line my lips all over and then put this on, and that'll be it, since this is like not super drying. What I will say is this is a little bit on the thin side, so as you can see, you have to apply like a lot of layers. My favorite lip gloss, of course, you guys already know, this is the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow. Love this. I have been through so many of these already, but you guys will have to watch my yearly favorites because I have a alternative that is drugstore. So for highlighter today, honestly, I did not have a highlighter. I didn't really try out any new highlighting palettes or highlighters. I feel like we're kind of leaving highlighters in 2019. It kind of stinks because I feel like a lot of people, like, highlighting was a really big trend, and I think it really does enhance the cheekbone area, and like people started bringing it on the bridge of their nose, which I love doing, and just other areas on their face. But I feel like at the same time, it's just not really a big thing anymore. And I'm just going to highlight. Don't mind my edges, y'all. They are not done, so do not come for me. Like I said, I like kind of going down the bridge of my nose. It's a little bit harder to do with this fan brush, but we'll make it work. Okay guys, so this is the finished makeup look. It's very simple. Well, the eyes ended up getting a little bit more dramatic than what I wanted them to, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Oh, I forgot to use my last favorite. So this is the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. Just to kind of set everything in place, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So let's try that again. This is the finished look for this video. Like I said, I love sitting down using all of my favorites because I feel like sometimes as throughout the year, you're trying so many different new products that I don't have like one video. It is a little bit late, I will say, because you know, your girl was traveling and then she just needed a break. Like she just needed a break. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Coming up, I will be talking about my top 19 products from 2019, and then we'll be going into some other video content that I have prepared for you all for 2020. So I hope you guys will stick around for that. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and joining me on this video. I hope to see you guys some more in 2020 and on my channel. So obviously, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss my next upload. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.